All right, all right. How to make weed eater string last longer. First of all, uh, back in one of my first jobs, I worked for a pipeline company and I was part of their mowing crew. We never used bump heads, the plastic bump heads that come with a weed eater trimmer. We never used those. We used these right here. This is a fixed head, and you can see how the line fishes through. Whole lot better. A whole lot better. First of all, this is a steel brand bump head, metal. All right, you brush up against fencing, anything on the ground, that's going to hold up. Bump head is just going to mar, crack eventually. Get you a steel brand fixed line bump head. What you're going to do is you're going to cut your pieces to 19 inches. Once you fish the line through, you can see how that's not going to come loose. It's in there. Now, what you will need to do is keep you a pair of needle nose pliers. And once you get the hang of this, it is easy. It's going to last a whole lot longer. Sometimes you have to come in here with your needle nose, whatever's left of the line, pull it out, put your new line in. It looks like it's going to get stuck and be hard to get out. The guys, trust me. You know, keep a pair of needle nose on you. It's going to last a whole lot longer. You're not going to deal with, the spool ups or a bump head, almost like a rod and reel where it flies out. You're not going to deal with that. And don't use round line. You can see how this kind of has an edge, all four corners kind of squared off, or use braided line. So again, I say 19 inches from the fixed head to the inside edge of this cutter. What this is for, if you cut your line too long, when it hits this piece of metal, okay, it's going to cut it off right there. That's what that's for. So come to the inside edge of that. So for me, it's 19 inches right to the inside of that piece of metal. So use a good braided line, square edged line, and I go with the biggest that I can get on here. You have kind of a two holes. You kind of bring it in through that kind of horseshoe shape. It's a piece of metal. Got two holes. Bring it through, and then you have a smaller hole on either side. You're going to fish it out. See how it's kind of U-shaped here? Push it through, fish it out. Last a whole lot longer. You got your pieces sitting down on the ground somewhere. You put in your new 19-inch pieces. Gonna last a whole lot longer. A whole lot longer. Get you some good line. Get you a good fixed head. Metal, not plastic. Gonna last a whole lot longer. Gonna save you a whole lot of time. Your line gets down, it gets frayed. You can kind of see this piece. Time to change that one out. I got through the whole mowing season last year. I'm still on the same spool of string. And let me get that string that I used last year. I really like it. Got it from Home Depot. Okay, let's see what it says. And this one is actually round, but it does have kind of some edging on it. Pro Rhino Tough. This is the size that I used on that fixed head. It says, it's kind of hard for me to zoom in on it. 27 millimeter. 155 inches, 90 feet of it. More run time, lasts 50% longer. I like it a lot. Made in the USA. Pretty good stuff. You can kind of see how it shows it. It's got that edge on it. It does some good cutting. I like this stuff. I cut my pieces to 19 inches, lay it on the ground somewhere or put some in my pocket with my needle nose pliers. Once you get the hang of feeding the string, it's easy. You'll be able to do it fast. And you're going to see pretty quick the benefits of having that fixed head. Ain't got to deal with spooling up wire. You don't have to deal with it getting all tangled up, flying out of that bump head. That's what the industrial folks use, is a fixed head, and that's for a reason. They're tougher, they're metal, they last longer. And they used fixed line, just like this, just like I showed earlier. Get you this set up and you'll be happy with it. And again, soak your line, as I mentioned in a previous video. Take your line, put it in a bucket. If you have a plastic container, even something like this, get you a big Ziploc bag, and I need to do that myself. Get you a Ziploc bag, get you a sponge, soak it in water, put in that Ziploc bag with it, keep moisture. You know, it'll help the plastic not to get brittle, not to start cracking. That's a way you can do it.